Every year, billions of dollars are spent on diamonds. People call them symbols of love, wealth, and forever. But what if everything you believe about diamonds is built on one of the greatest illusions in history? Because the story of diamonds isn't just about beauty. It's a story of ancient kingdoms, colonial empires, brutal exploitation, monopoly, and one advertising slogan that changed the world forever. And to understand how the world fell for this illusion, we have to start at the very beginning. Long before the first humans walked the earth, diamonds already existed. Around 1 to 3 billion years ago, deep beneath the Earth's surface, carbon was exposed to unimaginable heat and pressure nearly 200 kilometers underground. Over millions of years, volcanic eruptions carried these crystals closer to the surface through ancient volcanic pipes called kimberlites. Every natural diamond you see today is older than humanity itself. The first known diamonds were discovered in the riverbeds of central India more than 2,000 years ago. For over 1,000 years, India was the only known source of diamonds on Earth. The legendary Golconda region became famous for producing some of history's greatest gems, including stones that would later become the Kohinoor and the Hope Diamond. To ancient Indians, diamonds were not fashion accessories. They were sacred. Some believed they carried divine energy. Others believed they protected warriors in battle and brought good fortune. Diamonds were symbols of spiritual power long before they became symbols of romance. For over 1,000 years, India controlled every known diamond on Earth. But when these stones left India, they stopped being sacred and became weapons of power. As trade routes expanded, diamonds traveled through Persia, the Middle East, and eventually into Europe. Only kings, queens, and emperors could afford them. Royal families decorated crowns, swords, and royal treasures with diamonds to display power and authority. Back then, nobody proposed with a diamond ring. Diamonds represented status, not love. But India's mines could not supply the growing demand forever. Everything changed in the 18th century. In 1725, rich diamond deposits were discovered in Brazil. For the first time, India was no longer the world's only supplier. Then came an even bigger discovery. In 1867, a young boy in South Africa found a shiny stone near the Orange River. It turned out to be a diamond. Within a few years, thousands of prospectors rushed to South Africa. The world had discovered one of the largest diamond deposits in history. Diamonds were no longer truly rare. And that created a dangerous problem. If millions of diamonds flooded the market, prices would collapse. One businessman understood this better than anyone else. Cecil Rhodes. He began buying diamond mines across South Africa until he controlled most of the industry. His company became known as De Beers. Instead of selling every diamond they mined, De Beers stored enormous quantities in vaults and released only a limited supply each year. The scarcity wasn't created by nature. It was created by business. Behind the glitter was a much darker reality. Colonial mining operations relied on exploited African labor. Workers endured dangerous conditions for extremely low wages while enormous fortunes were built overseas. Decades later, diamonds became even more controversial. In countries such as Sierra Leone, Angola, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, rebel groups sold diamonds to buy weapons and finance brutal civil wars. These stones became known as blood diamonds. Thousands of innocent people lost their lives because of a gemstone sold as a symbol of love. By the 1930s, De Beers faced another crisis. The Great Depression had reduced demand. People simply weren't buying diamonds. So the company turned to advertising. In 1947, copywriter Francis Geraghty wrote 4 words that would reshape modern culture forever: "A diamond is forever." It was brilliant. The campaign linked diamonds with eternal love. Hollywood embraced the idea. Magazines repeated it. Celebrities promoted it. Soon, an engagement without a diamond ring seemed incomplete. Then came another powerful idea. A man should spend months of his salary on the perfect ring. It wasn't an ancient tradition. It was one of the most successful marketing campaigns in history. Today, natural diamonds are mined in Russia, Botswana, Canada, and Australia. Scientists can also create diamonds in laboratories that are chemically, physically, and visually identical to mined diamonds. Many cost 60 to 80% less. For the first time in history, millions of people are asking an uncomfortable question. if two diamonds are exactly the same? Why is one worth so much more? The answer may have less to do with geology and far more to do with perception. What do you think? Are diamonds valuable because they're rare, or because we've been taught they are? A diamond cannot feel love. It cannot understand value. It is simply carbon shaped by pressure over billions of years. The real story of diamonds was never about the stone itself. It was about kings who used them to display power, companies that controlled supply, advertisers who transformed desire into tradition, and billions of people who accepted that story without ever questioning it. So the next time you see a diamond sparkle, ask yourself one question. Are you looking at one of nature's greatest treasures? Or one of history's greatest marketing triumphs?